listening to Opie and Anthony. On the virus.
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
With a low-cut number.
What?
Wearing like it's so loosey-goosey, that thing you're wearing. It's one of those things like in movies, you can just move the shoulders off and it'll slinkily slip off your
That's
body.
so romantic.
It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Wow.
God damn,
it's
Amy.
like the bodyguard.
Yeah, just like it.
Yeah.
Or my bodyguard. It's really hot when fucking Adam Baldwin fucked Ruth Gordon on the roof.
I missed that part.
Yeah,
was that in the DVD?
Yeah, when Martin Mull was videotaping it. Oh, that's good.
And her legs looking unbelievable, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I love how
You been
uncomfortable Jimmy
exercising or
gets.
something?
I'm not comfortable.
Little something.
I can't look at anything.
Jimmy
like
does
that.
get a little. Yeah,
He does. He
I
puts
don't
his-
look at her like that.
He acts like he's taking a test, like he's filling out a Scantron all of a sudden.
And he's
She's
such
my
an
friend.
animal.
I'm a pig, but not with my friends.
Yeah, see,
Thank
that's
you.
just it. That's odd,
Is
isn't
she
it?
like a sister to you?
No, but I mean, she's a comic I like a lot.
No,
We work-
fuck his
He's
sister.
fucking
Yeah, exactly. I watch
Yeah.
German scat porn with my sister. But I don't want to look at friends like that. Like, and it's not for any
Yeah.
reason. It's just like I try not to look at other comedians like
Except
that.
Patrice.
Yeah, but
But
that's
he's
different.
begging for it.
The thing
Yeah,
with Patrice
he
is
really
I don't
is.
want to fuck Patrice. I just want to eat his ass.
Join the club.
Oh, that'd be great.
I want to bend him over. I want to eat his ass so well he doesn't even try to pick his hat up when it falls off.
People want me to tweet a picture of Amy, but she never plays sexy for my camera, so I'm not going to do it.
Oh, you know what I
My
was thinking?
pictures never come out as well as they should when we look at you.
Well, I was thinking that picture that didn't wind up in Cosmo, the one where you see more. I thought nobody's seen that, but I thought you guys could send that out.
That is a good one.
It could be the premiere. Oh, come on! What horrible!
I'll take a nice shot of you.
It's right in my eye.
That's right in my
That's not
eye.
the first time I've said that.
I have a sexy.
That's a sexy shot.
I look like I'm unmasked.
That's
I
great.
look like I have no teeth. Oh, God.
That's a good fucking Facebook picture.
Speaking of in your eye, this woman the other day, I was doing an interview, and she asked me, she's like, when do you feel the most vulnerable? And I think she thought I was going to be like, oh, when I get on stage and the crowd doesn't know me. I was like, probably if I've gotten any cum on my face and I'm stumbling around looking for a napkin like Helen Keller. Like, that's probably...
That's vulnerable,
That's pretty vulnerable. That's not... Or, if I get on an airplane, that's scary. Like, of course.
A lot can happen to you in both of those situations.
When I'm blinded.
Going back to the Cosmo thing, the picture you showed us, why didn't they use that one? Is it the one where the mic stand is trying to cover your naked body?
Yeah.
That thing was a great shot.
Thank you.
Why didn't they use that?
I don't know. They use one where I'm making like a little wacky face. That always happens to female comics.
Wacky face. Look at her. She's zany.
She did it again. Yeah.
Look out for her.
Yeah.
No,
Very Cosmo.
there was one where she's trying to cover up everything, and it's covered up enough where Cosmo certainly could use the picture, and we didn't use it. You could see the curve of her butt.
Ooh,
That's
yeah,
pretty good
yeah.
right
I
there,
want,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys send that out. Nobody's seen that.
cool.
But
Where is
if
it?
you
An
guys,
exclusive.
I'll send it to you guys
Yeah.
right when I get my phone.
We'll jack off to it. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I didn't mean
what?
to actually say that.
Should we take a picture of you for the creeps out there?
All right.
You got
The
any
creeps.
You got any sexiness in you today?
Not really. Let's see.
Yeah.
Why are you at? You're like, are you going to bring it? You don't want to
You
waste your
gotta
time
bring
bringing
it.
out your phone. Can't just send that picture out.
No, Opie does all the photography.
Yeah.
I just gawk like a
Yeah.
creep, like the creep I am.
Why aren't you wearing pants today?
I don't know. I knew Amy, I knew you were coming in.
I
And
just thought, why waste
Jimmy
it?
took his picture.
I only
I'll
take
mine.
pictures with celebrities.
Oh,
that-
shit.
that hurt.
Shit.
That hurt.
This isn't creepy at all.
Wow.
I'm shooting a photo shoot with a phone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. That's how coy looking.
Yeah.
That's a little coy.
Perfect picture.
You jerk. If I had a dime for every time somebody took a picture of me without my face in it. Thank you. It's really sweet.
You know, be a perfect picture.
Took a picture and cut her head off.
What's your Twitter?
A perfect picture would be
At
Brie
Amy
Olsen
Schumer.
sitting on my face while Ozzy sang to us.
Wow.
That would be a perfect
that sounds
picture.
great.
What
that
a
sounds
day!
beautiful.
What a day for you.
What a way to start the day.
That would be
Hey, did you watch this
fantastic.
royal
Ozzy.
crap?
Oh, no.
Pavasi.
No. I have no idea about the wedding.
I could give a shit, right?
I can't.
We
I've
did
got
an hour and a
nothing.
half on it. I guess we did give a shit.
I know, we
People
did.
care. They're having parties.
A lot of the English people give a shit that are here in New York because it is a melting pot, as they say. And there's these English pubs, and it's like the biggest thing to them, and no one here really gives a shit.
I just don't care. They're like, we're having a new queen. I'm like, we have enough in New York. We don't need to celebrate this marriage.
Somebody tweeted that it was like, I think it might have been Greg Gutfeld, tweeted that it's the Super Bowl for cat ladies, which is hysterical.
That's great.
That is so funny. Oh, I'm so glad Greg finally found his voice.
Yes.
Isn't that great?
The thing is, it was happening when we fucking came in here, and every TV's got it on, so we got to kind of talk about it.
You can't just ignore it.
We're fags. Why are we pretending?
Yeah,
we all choked up.
You're just fruits.
How do you want me to describe your picture? The knockout gorgeous, the lovely...
And then show them that you cut my head off.
I didn't cut your head off.
Yes.
No, I learned that. My mom taught me that. Never put your face in the pictures.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah, especially some of those pictures.
Yeah.
What should I write, Jimmy?
The more sexy ones.
What's that?
I want to describe her hotness.
Vivacious.
Yeah.
I don't know how to spell it.
Voluptuous.
Nobody does.
She's not voluptuous. Voluptuous implies you're a little
like
chunky.
heavy, yeah.
Okay, I don't mean that.
The Zoftic.
Yeah, just confuse everyone.
How about
Can I go with
putrescent?
Oh, thank you. Wow.
How about the Nazi? Something.
Now that's sexy.
Just write a
African.
swastika and then show them a picture of my nipples.
Can I go with
Amy and in quotes the J?
I'm going to go with
That's
the rapeable.
really nice. Oh, thank you.
What do you call her?
Right?
That's very nice.
Rapeable.
Rapeable.
The rapeable Amy Schumer.
What's wrong with that?
Rapeable doesn't read well because it looks like rappable.
That's
Ooh,
true.
True. Then maybe they think you're getting into an urban thing.
Yeah.
The sexually
I love that you knew
assaultable.
that. Like you
Oh, because he spelt it so many times.
Yeah.
Ago. This just doesn't.
Yes.
It doesn't dignify the word
Right.
rape.
I had to have all my bumper stickers remade once I saw it.
Your Honor, she looked rappable.
How about
That's tough.
The
how about coy shit porn star Amy Schumer?
Oh my God! Stop reading my dream journal.
the molestable Amy Schumer.
Oh yes,
That's a good one.
Oh, my uncle would agree. That would be.
Yeah. The sluggable. If you want to punch you in the face.
Well, that's what I like.
You are loved and hated.
Okay.
At both the same time.
That
Have you
sounds
noticed
good.
that
How
on
can
like?
anybody hate Amy? She's
I don't
very
know.
funny.
Talk
about
Thank
the
you.
hate.
Some people don't like
hate her.
Amy, and I don't think it's because of anything like her comedy or anything.
She's a woman.
They just see you, and it's like people are like, "Oh, Amy's cute," and they're like, "Fuck that, she's not cute." And people get the lickable,
Thank you.
the bend overable,
I like both of those
the
things.
taint touchable.
How do you spell exploitable?
EXPLO.
ITABLE. EXPLO.
Oh, the rapeable, but with a dash.
No, you don't wanna put-
rapeable.
No, I don't. Rape is something you
getting real
shouldn't make fun of.
Not unless you're going to do it.
You want to put it in quotes. You want to say something like, "Look at Amy Schumer. I wouldn't mind," and then in quotes like, "taking her tap dancing."
Some phrase that makes no sense. Oh, God.
I don't know.
Who knows?
This
Who
picture is
knows?
going to do really well for you.
You got it,
thank
got it up
you.
there without
This is
your
just as good-
head.
This is just as good as
Yeah, what a great choice.
Because who cares about the face?
until the end, am I right?
As long as she's got a twat. Yeah, right, we get it.
Amy's a big star. She's got a new CD out called Cutting.
Cutting.
Yes.
And she's
Now,
on
Amy, why the
CD.
title? What does it mean?
Thanks for asking that.
Sure.
Yeah, the last track, you find out why. Yeah.
Oh, what a tease.
Teaser.
I know what it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Yes, it's what she does to rugs. She's a real dancer.
Oh, by
I
dancing
just
again.
love dancing. You can't stop
Yes.
me from dancing.
She can cut a rug. Oh, you get it.
can.
Oh.
Well, how come you didn't bring any copies of the CD in?
They didn't give me physical ones for another 2 weeks.
No, they're all
fiscal ones.
They're digital.
theoretical.
It's on
Oh.
iTunes.
Yeah, see?
Look at that. Well, I thanked all of you, angels.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's
Even
pretty
Kenny
sweet.
with his new salt and pepper haircut.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
him?
He's becoming like a menopausal woman.
He looks very mature.
Yeah.
And experienced.
He's like an
Wanted to drive
older
me to
Rachel
suck?
Maddow.
Kenny's coming in because he's got some.
He's going to start
no.
using the hair color just for dolts.
He's got info on Amy Schumer
Oh,
that he
no.
wants out
Hey,
there.
Dino.
Oh no, here we go.
Here
Hey,
he is.
Kenny.
I had a dream about Amy last night.
You
Oh,
did?
what was it?
Oh.
Amy asked me to eat her pussy.
Uh-huh.
I ate most of it and took the rest in a to-go box.
Okay, Kenny. I don't know.
No.
I can't believe how far you had to walk to come in here to say that.
I know, right? That one needs a little work.
That needs a lot of work.
Because you said, here's why, because you said eat her pussy and it made us all uncomfortable.
He wasn't comfortable.
If you would have said, Amy, I gave Amy oral sex, it was just too vulgar for your relationship with Amy.
Right off the bat like that, we were kind of all shocked when you said it.
Everyone was shocked.
Yeah.
I was wishing I was being shocked. No, I have been thinking about this lately, and the guy I'm seeing right now, he doesn't like to go down. I have to sit on his face.
Most black men don't.
You know? And I'm I wind up hanging on the edge of my bed, holding on. I feel like a nosy neighbor, you know? I'm just a poor criminal. I feel like Wilson from Tool Time. And it's just a lot of work to sit up there. It's hard to really let go.
Yeah.
But you can't give them the head push, you know, not when they're in a neck brace. This doesn't do well.
Do you have to really kind of get down there? And...
He always tries to just lift me up, so I'm sitting on his head. He likes to wear me like a hat.
What's his problem?
Seriously, I think
Maybe
it's
Amy's
just the cerebral palsy. But
that'll do it.
I don't know. He always gets in his wheelchair all mad.
There's a problem if you got to push a guy's head down like you're reloading a Jack in the Box.
Oh God.
Yeah, there's
It's laziness.
What kind of guy doesn't like doing that though?
He likes it, but he just wants me to always go up top.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And kind of.
You know what though? I like my face sat on too. It's the best way.
Face.
Toilet face.
That's it.
He must like
Some guys
smelling
like that.
ass.
Yeah?
Yeah, sometimes you like smelling ass, or you like the feeling of being
Tell him
smothered.
to get a job here at Sirius XM. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's all we do.
Or you pretend he's a chair.
Oh no.
Chip.
Oh, Chip.
Chip is always the one that just knows how to bring it home.
Really ruin everything.
Well, I'm going to pick it up, though, because I just got an email from
Your
Kenny.
CD falls in the street.
I got an email from Kenny from over there. He writes, Amy Schumer has a few soft-core porn videos out.
Really?
A lesbian slumber party with girl-on-girl action.
Oh,
Another with Amy at a stripper pole. And the third video, Amy sold her eggs to finance her new CD.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're all
Sold
videos
your
of it.
eggs.
Yeah.
That's got to be a kind of a clinical movie, I would think. Harvesting eggs.
Well, it winds up being not clinical. It's just a video I made to promote my CD, but it's about me donating my eggs, but through jerking off into a jar.
Oh, that's good. Is that how girls donate their eggs?
That's
They
how
just
it happens. A lot of
fucking
people
diddle
don't
themselves
know.
into a jar and the eggs come out.
Yep.
Just plop out.
They give you a copy of Rosemary's Baby. You do your business. That's how it worked for me.
Sounds fun.
But yeah, I made a little video with other female comics, Rachel Feinstein and Nikki Glazer and Marina, and we have a little slumber party. And I'm not gay
Pillow
at
fight?
all. I'll catch a finger on a Friday once in a while, but that's because I like fun. But it's just a little video.
Who's Nikki Glazer? I know that voice.
Yeah, she's a comedian. She's really funny.
I know the name.
Yeah, you've met her 100 times.
Have I?
Yeah, it's so funny. I always see you always meet her, and you're like, oh, nice to meet you. And
It's
I
not to
see
be
her
a
heart
dick.
break just a little because she loves you guys.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I know it's not to be a dick.
I'm sorry.
You're famous.
Can I have
girl.
Danny, can you look up Nikki? Is it Nikki?
Yeah.
Okay. I probably know her by face. I'm just very bad with names.
Yeah, she's really funny.
Glazer. GLA. Is it SER?
SER.
See, I
Yeah.
got her name right.
Amy,
Yeah.
they're begging for an upskirt. Can I do an upskirt?
What's that? Like seeing my pussy?
I think, oh, come on,
Look,
Kenny.
it looks like this. I'll just show you with my hands. Oh, that's not a good picture, Nikki.
That's a terrible picture of
Yeah.
Nikki.
She's beautiful. Oh,
Look
man.
at that. Oh, look at those pictures. That looks good.
Yeah.
Where is this bitch?
Where's the other one?
Okay, yeah.
There are better pictures of
And there's
her.
pictures of you and her doing what? What terrible things together?
We made a video.
See, that's a good picture right there.
Yeah, she's really cute.
Yeah, she's all right.
The slumber party video. It's on YouTube.
She was on, what was she on? Last Comic?
She was on Last Comic, yeah.
I recognize her.
Are you, are you in PJs?
Yeah,
Like
we're
little
in
jammies?
lingerie.
Little
Yeah.
lingerie?
Yeah.
And do you jump
my
on the
God.
bed? Do you jump on the bed?
I'm trying to get them to dike out with me the whole time, but they never go for it.
They never les
I
out
think
with
Marina has a moment where she's thinking about it.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, slumber party.
What do we got here?
There it is, the top one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lady Comic Slumber Party,
Yeah,
it's called.
There it is.
Yeah,
hot.
the Slumber Party. All right. Let's check this out.
So why is Rachel having the slumber party again? Oh, because she just like really wants.
That's you and Nikki?
That's me and Nikki.
All right. So why did she ask us to wear these
Chelsea was supposed to do
old-fashioned
this, but she backed out because she
I just thought
realized
it'd
it was
be,
going to be
really
like
fun.
us just being
Right?
forced.
You're so pretty and you're so soft.
Oh, thanks. I feel
This
bad.
so looks like a porno.
I know.
You just, like, no.
Damn, boo. What's up, son?
She's trying to be
Rachel.
get a black face.
Yeah.
Hey, why is she here?
Oh, Chelsea couldn't make it, so I just brought Nikki.
Why are you guys dressed like giant babies?
We thought it'd be fun. I brought one for you too.
I was sitting on the couch.
Yeah, legs crossed.
Can we please
Little
take these
90s.
off?
Let's change.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Now you're wearing
Rather
lingerie.
Keith and DeRosa called Rachel to make fun of her about the video because he was like, "You're wearing pigtails. You always have a female boss."
How are you?
Just Puerto Rican girl earrings in, Rachel.
What are we doing?
Oh my God! Let's try kissing each other. I'm joking. First of all, I'm joking. That's weird.
No. Do the booty clap.
Booty.
How about we do slumber party stuff?
Yes. I'm wasted.
You're so awkward. It's great.
Light as a feather. How about we just circle your problem areas?
They're all lighting candles now.
Yes.
Marina's lighting a cigar.
Wow, a blunt, yo.
You've been out of the game.
I really am too
Yeah.
sober.
We wanted this to appeal to the Shade, the Shade Network. This thing is broken.
We'd be bored.
This doesn't work. So it's spelled Dyke.
Is it spelled Dyke?
Yeah.
Oh, you're painting a little mustache on your friend.
Hitler mustache.
She's like Hitler. But she fell asleep.
Put my hand in warm water.
Ew! No one.
Piss all over.
Pillow fight.
With our shirts off.
No, you mound-guzzling monster dyke. Where is it? Why don't we play skeletons?
Nikki kills me here.
Okay. One time, yesterday, I rubbed mayonnaise on my dog's genitals and then I licked it off.
I think I left the oven on at home.
How come Marina doesn't
He
talk?
liked it though.
I think she was regretting the decision to make this video.
I think I might get out of here too.
It was Miracle Whip.
Wish that was true.
Rachel, you live here.
I'm moving to Harlem.
Do you have a dog?
It's funny.
That is
Thank
funny.
you.
It's definitely good, man.
Thank you.
It's called
Amy's a good
Lady.
actress.
What is it? Lady. Move that thing.
Lady-
Can't because YouTube is just like that.
Lady Comic Slumber Party on YouTube if you want to check it out. Very good.
Amy is a good actress.
Thank you.
Yeah, you come across very natural. It's very
It
good.
was easy. I really want to make out.
Because you
with all
really
those
wanted
girls.
to like make out with them, and
Yeah, I
Monster
like
Dyke.
making Marina Franklin uncomfortable.
yeah, it looked
It
it.
was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, usually girl comics. I don't know.
I know.
Think you found a few there that kind of funny.
Oh, thank you.
know.
Those chicks are funny.
You know the stigma with the girl comic.
They all fuck
Oh,
for
boy.
cash. I know.
But yeah, they all fuck for kids.
Yeah. Well, people will, they're like, Amy, you and your friends, like, this is an attractive group of girls,
Sure.
but the truth is we were all abused. So
Is that
that's
it?
how, yeah.
That's the only way you'd actually
makes
get a funny
sense,
girl
right?
with a personality.
It makes sense.
You need one with daddy issues
Yeah.
or abuse
We've
issues.
all got them.
Sure.
Something like that.
Attaboy.
Daddies that don't love their daughters are my whole fucking life.
What would you do? What would
I
you
would
have done
be
if
the
everyone...
loneliest guy in the world.
No.
I would be so fucking lonely if it wasn't for the bad dads.
You should take all the dads out to lunch. Of the girls. The girls you bagged, yeah.
That's just it.
Just
They
a
weren't
big
around.
Thank you.
They were never around.
If you could just get them to RSVP once.
If you can find them.
Yeah. Well, I think I only had contact with one father in my entire dating career, and that was this guy. This girl was probably 16, and I was just out of high school. So it was 30.
You graduated
I was
high school when
30.
you were 40.
I was picking her up and shit, and the father was like, "Oh, let me drive you home." I'm like, "Oh, here comes the talk." And he worked at for Caterpillar, that fucking big machinery company. So he was a man and everything. And I'm just some dumb kid with my dumb Jew afro and shit. I looked like fucking horrible and everything.
Love.
And then the guy was just telling me, he goes, you know, my daughter and I'm not really happy about this, but I don't want to make her rebel against me, so I'm going to allow this. And I'm just sitting there like, now, you know, knowing, I think you know what you know now at this age, and you just turn around and I'd probably just, you know, tell him, hey, let me suck your dick.
Right,
And that
just
would
let him
settle
know
it
you're
down.
there for him, too.
I would be there for him. So I was like, all right. And then for the next year that I was going out with this girl, he would drive her to my house every weekend to hang out, and we would just have sex. So he was
what did she do?
He was yes, exactly. And he would drop her off like a pimp dropping off a whore,
Just
and it
for
was
you
his
to fuck
daughter.
her.
It was your daughter, if you're listening. You dropped
God.
her off at the house so we could have sexual intercourse.
Jeez, that reminds me of that one porn, you know, the casting one where he's like, it's not a real. This is not a real casting.
Yes.
You know, and the girls.
Oh, boy.
And the guy, he's like, okay, now you have to blow me. And the girls always come in, and sometimes they're dropped off by their fathers or their boyfriends, and they're like, the guy will meet the boyfriend, and he just takes them from the boyfriend to go fuck them.
To go fuck up, yeah.
And the girl always starts out like, my boyfriend, and by the end, just getting
she's
railed
fucking
from
just
behind.
Come in the
holding her
face,
own
yeah.
toes.
Do you like those?
Yeah, I do like those.
Oh, you like those?
The casting
That's
couch
your thing?
ones?
I like those, yeah. But seriously, you guys, this is going to be boring, but I cannot achieve orgasm watching porn unless the girl's getting double penetrated. I know it's hack, but...
And by double, you mean one in each ear.
one in each eye.
Cock like earmuffs.
And I like it to be a UN. I like it to be like one of each race. Like a Benetton ad in the bedroom.
Yeah. I can't stand watching
I know.
interracial.
I know that about you.
Interracial gets
I
me
don't
like,
mind it, though. It's not my fetish, but I don't mind watching a BBC and a fucking white mouth just because it's dirty. But it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not a fetish of mine at all.
Yeah, me neither. I've never...
The white guy banging the black broad, I don't mind that.
That's too normal to me.
That's like, whatever. But when you see a black guy on the white chick, you're just like, oh, what did she do? Oh, what did she do?
And she's done.
Yeah, and goodbye.
Yeah, I've never slept with a black guy. I should, though.
Amy.
I know, I'm waiting for next February. I feel like I want to get affirmative action.
Yeah,
you know?
and you have a whole month.
Bring it back to me.
To do that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not racist. Like, my best friend is black in this story. She's great.
Yes, judge them by the content of Amy's vagina.
That's right.
That's what I say.
No, they're all
Not
those
the color of their
stereotypes.
skin.
My friend.
I fucked a few black broads.
Yeah?
What'd you think?
How was it?
I mean, I was as bad as I normally am with white broads.
Oh, okay.
There was no
Did
difference.
you feel worse?
A little bit,
Like
yeah.
you knew you were disappointing them just a little more?
Yeah. I was representing poorly.
They're like,
Blame your race.
because that stereotype is probably true to them. Like the black guy stereotype is true to the white girl.
Right.
It's like, oh, here's another lousy white man fuck.
Yeah. Wasting my time.
Yeah, wasting my motherfucking time, yo. I could be having my her did.
Oh.
God.
I've been liking watching Indian people have sex lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Has that been a fetish thing?
I don't know. I think so. Like, it's just, you know,
Aren't the
not
women
white.
hairy?
Not, yeah, they
Just
are
anything
hairy.
but white? You're
Maybe
just
'cause
tired
it
of
makes-
white?
Yeah, I think it makes me feel better.
Yeah?
I'm like, oh, I shave there.
Yeah, the women are hairy, but it's like a straight hair, right?
Yeah,
It's like they got this straight cousin it kind of hair
Yeah.
going all over the
You're like,
fucking
who's that third guy? Oh, no, that's her pussy.
Oh, that's the chick.
That's her
I thought
asshole.
this was gay porn.
Her pussy has hair like Dimitri Martin.
They get really fucking hairy.
Yeah,
boy,
Indian
it's
chicks
rough.
get like hairy. I don't know. They got those like perma mustache thing, and it's like,
I love that we're talking about this over the footage of the royal wedding right
Yes.
now.
well, yeah.
Indian pussy.
Well, we're giving it nothing but respect, obviously.
Sure.
We're waiting for the big pussy eating on the balcony.
Oh, I can't wait to
when he
hear
puts
it.
her over the rail and just gives her a little
She's
lick.
going to be miserable tonight.
This looks
Yeah.
like the most boring medieval times ever.
Yeah.
Look at this.
They're serving sangria.
Yeah. Where's my
Who's that guy?
roast?
That's British Trump.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Well, it's a big, big day in
Yeah.
Great Britain.
It sure is, Ann. It sure
I'd love to be
is.
brought out just to wave so they could all go, who the fuck is this asshole?
It's Jimmy Norton, the ugly American. Aw.
Wow, way to stop the fun.
I don't mean literally. I meant figuratively. We're all the ugly American, though, overseas, aren't we?
Gorgeous. Oh, yeah, that's
Don't
true.
they hate us everywhere?
They do.
Do you travel internationally, Amy?
Yeah, I've traveled a little bit. I've only done, outside of America, I've only done stand-up in Sweden, in Stockholm.
Sweden, how was it? How'd that
It was
work out?
good. They all speak, they speak perfect English.
Yeah,
But they're all
good.
speaking Swedish, so you feel like they, you can make fun of them in front of them, and then they'll be like, "What'd you just say?" And I'm like, "Oh, shit."
In perfect English?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, yeah.
And how do you make fun of a Swede?
You can't. They're so hot.
You're gorgeous.
They're so hot. Like,
I-
they're all hot.
I would say, like,
Suck.
why don't you get a bunch of meatballs and stuff? I would just kill him.
I don't know.
That's just
Chip.
cruel, Chip.
Chip, I don't know.
Yeah, that's just mean.
It seems rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they have like
Yeah. Yeah.
they have hot people. They
Yeah.
do. Like the hottest guy I saw in Sweden, no joke, was in the airport. He was working they had a Pizza Hut in their airport, and like he was I was like, I'll leave my life in New York for you. He was
For a
so
Pizza Hut worker.
Think about the people who work at Pizza Hut at like LaGuardia.
Oh, please.
They're like
Yeah.
really retarded.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
like a little, not like a little limp. Like they're the kind that looks like they're just making fun of retarded people with how fucked up. You're like, tone it down.
It's like you can't possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
or-
like, that's just rude. And you're like, oh no, that's really your life. That's,
oh, that's horrible.
I know.
But over there, just gorgeous people.
Just beautiful.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where else you been? You been?
Yeah, I went all over Italy, Spain.
Damn.
I went to
traveling.
Oktoberfest. Yeah, I like
Was it
doing
like a
gigs
rom?
here.
Was it like a rom-com? Were you going around just meeting guys that were like,
did I fool around with anybody? I did,
Hey,
but now
Antonio.
that I know, no, I'm like, oh, you guys just look Mexican.
No matter where you go, it's like everyone
it's like,
kind of
you're
looks
too
like.
tan. I don't know.
You missed something in there. She went to Oktoberfest.
Oh, really?
Were you a
Yeah.
drunken mess over there, Amy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Oh, I was in a full blackout. Like I woke up in lederhosen. I was like, why is this old German man here?
Did you keep yelling at them to spell October with a C?
Yeah. Hey, you
I don't-
dummies.
That K just looks creepy on
Get
the
it
fucking
right.
poster.
Whenever you see a K in a word like that, you just think a lot of dead Jewish people.
I know. Holocaust.
It just
yes.
really kind of looks Holocausty.
Amy took her tits out, ran through Oktoberfest yelling, I forgive you.
Oh well. If it happened, who knows?
That's kind of cool, though, being able to go over there and
They're doing
Do
an
that.
SNL bit on local TV, everyone.
what is that?
King. Sorry.
You're right. You're right.
Let me tell you something. The Brits so lame.
Nah, fuck it.
Oh, it's the Fox people. They're all dressed like...
Oh, are
that
they?
is
Come
upsetting.
on.
Like they're actually
It's
inside
a bit.
the
It's
wedding.
the news, you fuckers.
Oh, they even had people play the fucking.
Are you
couple.
kidding me?
But the guy's wearing a suit instead of a red outfit.
as well as the best of times.
Is it William or is it me? He's really lost his looks. What happened to...
Rosetta, you
Rosanna
are right.
Scotto.
Tell you what, Wills, no offense, but you so would not be getting Kate if it wasn't for you about to become king.
You're
all
right.
right?
You're right.
It's great,
You're right.
great
And
fucking
speaking of
dialogue.
Kate,
This is the worst.
there is Kate's younger and hotter sister, Pippa. Pippa, what's up? Yo, Pippa, you want some popcorn? Don't be a snob.
This is the news.
Yes.
Prince Harry! Prince Harry!
Who the fuck would laugh at this?
Hi, remember that there was a tornado?
Go Manchester. All right, Harry's cool, huh? How about that?
Hey!
Why is Harry being played by
Don't
a
be snob.
Jamaican?
They don't like us here,
black
Rosetta.
weather guy, I think.
I'm sick of these people looking down on us, Greg. You know what? Let's look
This
down
is
on
great.
them.
This is just like, I feel like I'm in the improv club at Disney World.
This is so
like watching the Paul Reiser show.
You can do this in a
I feel
dream.
like I'm getting AIDS
Guess what else
watching
you can
this.
have?
This is horrible.
This popcorn's coming in kind of handy. Try it.
I love
This
it.
is
Hey, take
fucking
that, you limeys.
terrible.
Hey, by the way, England,
She just said,
we
"Take
brought
that,
some
you
guys with
limeys."
us.
Did
Some
she?
people you
This is
didn't
getting
invite.
a little
Ladies and
out of
gentlemen,
hand.
That's pretty funny.
Meet Mr.
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
I like that they let Down syndrome
Excuse me,
people
sir.
write their sketches, though. That's nice.
Holy
What the
shit,
fuck?
what
They're
are
all
they
over the
doing?
place.
It's
Take
the
this, you
worst.
limeys. Oh, look,
said,
a
"Take this,
kraut,
you limey."
a kraut and a jigger in the crowd, too. I changed my opinion about this. I like
I
it a lot.
know. All of a sudden, it's great.
But a nice guy. Slightly effeminate, well-mannered.
Oh, Trump impressions.
Sir,
Good, Tom.
sit down.
Excuse me.
Although I like the English.
Is this their last day doing this?
Yeah.
Is that maybe what they
This
just
is their
decided?
going out party.
Let's fucking blow this shit up.
This is really not
What are
good.
they doing, man?
I feel like somewhere in the Fox broadcasting studios, somebody is running full steam towards a red phone.
Yeah.
Or out a window.
Exactly.
It's like Hunsucker Proxy. They're all trying to kill themselves.
Does not have a birth certificate. He could have been born anywhere. They're getting really upset, and they're about to get angrier, Rosanna.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, angry at this
How
bit.
long is this fucking sketch?
Can you believe this?
Kardashian.
William Harry, remember me from the bachelor party?
For richer or richer.
Maybe Millionaire
Forsaking
Matchmaker.
all others.
What
are they
fuck
doing?
are they doing? And it's going on forever.
It really
Wow.
is a long
They're
one.
quitting.
All right, well,
Great bit.
there you go.
Great bit.
Wow.
That's fascinating.
That is horrifying.
They
That
got
was not
camera
good.
tricks and everything. I don't
It
know.
was not good.
I've
The
had
odds
it.
are not good.
Not good.
I've had it. Where are you gonna be, Amy?
Oh.
You going anywhere?
No.
What are we kicking her out?
No, I just want to know
why
like
don't
if
you
she's
leave her
gonna
alone?
be
He means
somewhere.
like
Yeah,
tonight.
what's that?
Yeah, like
I'll be
tonight.
at a Barfly on.
Just fucking
Sitting there alone.
face in a glass of whiskey.
I'm gonna go there straight from here.
And you're doing your TV show still?
Yeah, Fridays at 11.
Hoppus?
Mm-hmm. Hoppus on music.
Ours was on, I think,
Confused.
right? The one I was on?
Jimmy was on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Snoop.
Yeah, I didn't see. Yeah, Snoop was the
Snoop?
not
You were
together.
funny.
Thank you. He was the interview guest, and I was on the panel.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Panel
they
was
got
fun.
this picture where Jim pretended he didn't hate black people. It was perfect.
Ah, that's
No, that was an old one. Hey, who was I with? Who was I was sitting next to a very beautiful black woman. I don't remember her name. She was very nice.
Michelle Obama?
No. Me and her
Florida
joked.
Evans?
We did. I fucked her
Alicia
actually.
Quarles. Yes.
She was
the chick
great.
you were on with. She's
Was she like
great.
a journalist?
She's from the AP. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's good.
Any stories from the TV show? Anyone cool? Anything? Nothing?
Oh God, sorry. We got drunk by accident.
On the air?
Yeah.
By accident?
Yeah.
How does that
This
happen?
band was like, oh, we make our own whiskey, and they didn't tell us that it was 1,000,000 proof. Like it's the kind of thing
Moonshine.
you drink and
It burns?
it burned like unbelievable. And then we had to do the rest of the show, and I was slurring. Not usually like when I
great.
slur, and it's just like racial slurs. It was like very specific, and they kept having to put more makeup because we were all flushed. But no, nothing too crazy. Yeah. Sorry.
You
I'm
are
so good at doing PR for the show.
You are
I'm
quite
like,
the
meh.
party girl, though, right? You do like
Amy's a drunk.
tipping a few back.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of a great time.
Yeah,
I'll black myself out.
yeah.
It's tough though, and you're gonna have to be on camera or something. That'll keep you. You can see booze in me really quick.
Yeah. I like
it's
the
not good.
slow memory comeback where it's like, what? Here comes a chunk. Oh, no.
Oh yeah, God! I shouldn't have let that cab driver finger me. I know. I know. I'm gonna call my mom so I feel better about it.
Or when you go to text somebody and then you look at your text and go, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And you start scrolling through and you go, oh, no, I didn't.
Or if you have to mass text people, I'm sorry.
yeah. That's a
Just let me
bad
fill
one.
the names in.
Like, oh, I'm sorry, Mom.
Thank
I
God
didn't mean
Twitter
that.
wasn't around when I drank.
Oh, my
Wow.
Oh my God.
It
That would
is
have been a
so
bad one.
bad.
Or when you think of like the awful, embarrassing things you would do as a teen, like broken-hearted and drunk, and like you'd write a letter and then you realize the next day it's like, fuck this shit,
My
I'm not doing
pain.
it.
Rip it
But,
up.
oh,
Right.
you would fucking just be like, you're everything to the embarrassment.
Impulsively just press send and it's gone. It's
And then
out there forever.
It's out there, and here's a picture of me, and it's just you crying. Do you want to put me through this, you bitch?
Yeah, thank
How
God.
embarrassing.
All this stuff, or even just like to be a 12-year-old. I've been reading my journals. To have Twitter then, I wrote journals, and I was just like, what
At
a
12?
fucking loser. Yeah, 12 to 22.
Well, bring
I
'em
kept a
in.
journal.
Wow.
I thought about bringing it
Read
in.
those fucking
I
things.
have this whole, I was reading this thing about me, this guy going down on me on a cruise ship. And because
You were
I think
12?
about, no. He was the captain.
Yes, of course.
He said he was the captain. No, I was 19, but because I think, now with any time I've been on television or like on here, I'm like thinking there's some dude out there like, oh, I ate her out on a cruise ship, Like that guy's out there flipping through the channels.
It was the Amistad.
Oh, you have seen the video.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow, that was. Did you hook up on the cruise ship?
Yeah, we hooked up on the cruise ship, and it's me. I wrote about I kept, journal.
What a
about
great
my slutty
hookup.
years.
Yeah.
It was awesome. But then I'm like, and
Did he
then
give good head?
Yeah, I wrote like, and I came, and then I think I don't know, I think I jerked him off, and then I was like, and then I held him as long as I felt he needed it, and then I got the fuck out of there. I wrote that. I actually wrote that.
Then I got the fuck out of there?
I got the fuck out of there, yeah.
You're on a ship, though. It's kind of hard to avoid each other.
I was on a ship. I was on a cruise with my grandma.
Wow.
No joke.
Did she get any?
Yeah, did she jerk anyone off?
She's who I jerked off.
And they got the fuck out of there.
I got the fuck out of there. Spooned grandma.
She gave the guy a good prostate check while he was fucking. Grandma gave him the strap on.
Like, is this thing on?
Well, that's like a romantic Titanic kind of story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Without, the sinking and death.
Right, without all those icebergs getting in the way.
This is for you, Amy.
Oh.
So you remember jerking off that guy.
I jerked a gentleman off.
Somewhere he's out there.
In a Model T below deck. We ran through the engine room watching people shovel coal as I jerked his cock off.
And my grandmother and some guy she met were just laying in the bunk as the water filled the room.
Oh, man. Oh, the second class.
The unsinkable Molly Brown spot as I tongued her asshole.
Brings back such memories. Why not?
Why?
Why not?
That's what I say.
Yeah.
When Jimmy says why, I say why not.
And that guy wrote in his journal, I can't believe I ate her pussy and all she would do is jerk me off. Exclamation points.
Oh, God.
Worst cruise ever.
I know.
That is pretty cool, though. He's probably he scored a hand job on a cruise.
About that.
Of course he does.
I thought he was so hot. Like, I could not believe it that I, got this guy. And I'm showing my friends pictures. And they were like, is he wearing sandals with socks?
Oh,
and a shell necklace? And I was like, oh,
Does he have puka shells on?
Yeah, he was.
All right, he's cool.
What a zilch.
I know. No, he was not cool.
He had sandals with socks?
Yeah, definitely not
creepy.
cool.
And you jerked him off to completion?
Yeah.
Wow,
fucking
good
Greek
girl.
tourist ate her pussy. It's awful.
That's what the tourist is about.
Yeah.
Everyone should have seen it.
Yes.
He lubed my ass with mint jelly. Put a finger in.
Look, you celebrate Thanksgiving how you want, okay? Let's not judge each other's cultures.
That guy, what a fucking stud he. If you can get jerked off while wearing sandals and socks, you are a fucking
On
man.
a cruise ship. That's great.
I thought he was Jesus.
Were you drunk during that?
Yeah, but I was psyched. We'd been hanging out for a couple days and I didn't even know he was into me. And then I was like, oh, great.
Obviously he wasn't, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of disappointing for him.
Yeah. I never heard from him again. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe because you laminated his face and only gave him a hand job. He's hoping to get blown. You're making his fucking cum leak over your knuckles.
Look, if you have a face, I'm going to use it as a seat. What is your problem?
That's a cute story.
I respect that, though. Fucking Amy got what she wanted, and that was that. Good for you.
It was a satisfying cruise.
That's great, man. You're a fucking
I'm so
good
glad
girl.
I got to work on it.
We got a timing issue. We got a break.
All right, bring it. After we break?
Trust me, it's stupid to break here, but we just fucking have to because we got to sell Mother's Day shit.
Okay.
Amy Schumer's here. The new CD's called Cutting.
Cutting.
And we're going to continue with Amy, but we do have to break here, unfortunately.
And Kevin Pollak is also
Kevin's
arriving,
here, too,
and we'll
so
have him come in, too.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
yes.
sorry that we have to break here, but it has nothing to do with us.
Yeah, we went 90 minutes the first one.
So we have to fucking catch up. Amy's killing today. Amy Schumer, everyone.
And hi, Kevin. Kevin Pollak is
Kevin Pollak has entered the studio.
Please don't get up.
With his Raiders of the Lost Ark t-shirt.
Yeah, that's a good one. Vintage.
Is that an original, or is that one of the new ones they make that kind of just looks like retro?
I think it's retro bullshit, yeah. Yeah.
I want to start by telling Kevin I saw him in Red State, man.
How about that?
I fucking liked Red State.
Didn't see that coming, though, my thing.
No, not at all.
I don't want to say too much.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of firepower in that
That's
movie.
why I shouldn't say too much.
A lot of firepower in that movie.
Actor, comedian Kevin Pollak.
Yes,
That's what I like saying.
Easy.
Hey, you've been in some big ones, man. You've been in some great friggin' movies.
well, let's
My
talk
batting
about-
average is shit, but I have been in some good
No,
ones.
you've been in some good ones,
Well,
man.
Before we go to the older ones, Red State is going to
Red
be all
State.
right. It's going to find its audience, I think.
Yeah, it has already.
And we're really good friends with Kevin
Yeah,
Smith, so
yeah.
we're excited for him in the new movie, Red State.
How can you not be? I mean, if you like him already.
And he even got his wife involved. She was firing all over the fucking place.
It's true.
His wife's in it, and she's doing
Yeah.
a really good job.
Yeah.
As a religious freak that has to shoot the bad guys.
He likes popping the wife in the movie every so often.
Well, that might happen.
Yeah.
Oh, popping the wife?
No, he likes popping her in the movie.
But she also
not popping her in the movie, which would mean having some kind of sex with her in the movie.
No, or
in the movie.
popping the wife.
Or shooting her in
That
the movie.
might happen. You're going to have to see Red State for yourself to see what Kevin does to his wife in the end.
I had
Kevin
to back
Smith, not
off
Kevin
following him on Twitter a little bit. I love him.
He does tweet.
Because he talks a little too much about ass play with the wife. I was like, on Twitter, and I thought, this is great. Good for you. But I don't know that I need this in my life.
Yeah.
I'm having cereal.
Yeah, it's like,
does he bang his wife in the ass?
Is what he's tweeting.
That's nice.
He does tweet that
he's got a new follower.
Amy likes the ass play tweets.
All right.
Amazing. She loves them. Kevin, though, has been in like some just classic movies. Fucking Casino.
Which
was a great one. Usual Suspects.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Which was
another
amazing. It's like how that.
That's right.
Suspects. It's lightning in a bottle. That movie, and if you need, you needn't any further proof than the fact that Stephen Baldwin's really good in the film.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
So
it's a
you're
goddamn
just saying,
miracle.
Anyone.
I mean, he's really good.
Anyone can be
and
good
then,
in
like
that
a
one.
lemming, just right off the edge.
Yeah, that's it.
How are you able to do that? Go from comedy into, and I know I've seen comedians go into acting, and it's a few movies that are like, but you getting into some prime movies.
You got to suck the right dick. I'm not gonna lie.
Is that it?
All right.
Yeah,
I've
I knew
always
that.
said it's got to be the right dick.
Yeah.
No. That's not it at all. What am I
they're not
talking
gonna
about?
be
That's not what happened. Wait. How did that come out of me?
Well,
no, it's a lot of times it's just sheer right place, crazy sort of thing. Hundreds of auditions first, where they say, "How about anyone but you is going to get this part?"
Really?
Literally? Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah. Because I came from stand-up comedy and I had no formal training. I really didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Oh, so you are stand-up first?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's why.
Yeah.
Like the first time I saw it, and I think it was in Usual Suspects. It was kind of like, what the fuck is he doing?
That's
in
what my
this?
friends said too. All my friends said, "What the fuck do you think you're doing?
What are you, an actor?
You're not a badass.
Oh, you're an actor now.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Or just that my character was a badass, so they were like, "Nah,
Yes.
this is bullshit."
Yeah, you're
when
like
you
a
get up in
badass.
Baldwin's face and say, "Do you want to dance?" Shut up. Yeah, none of my friends could handle that at all. I thought I was a complete tool.
You know what I loved in Casino? I thought was so great was the lighting that Scorsese did. The lighting in that movie is so
Bob Richardson.
fucking amazing, and what an interesting choice and thing to do. It's
This DP, Bob Richardson, he did A Few Good Men. I worked with him twice, but he did all of Oliver Stone's stuff. And he's
should we explain to Amy though
I
what
know
this
what
DP
is.
It's a different
sorry.
DP than yours. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm
talking
confused.
about
Director of
I'm
photography.
talking about double penetration.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
See, then it is the one that she knows.
Yeah.
We speak the same language over here.
Amy likes to jerk off guys on cruise ships.
On cruise ships.
I was listening. We were all
But hey,
there.
he brought up the ass play, which sometimes does not feel like play at all.
I wouldn't think.
It's ass work.
Ass
It really is.
Before we get back to Kevin, a lot of guys want to know why you didn't blow the guy on the cruise ship and you only jerked him off.
Oh, it's simple. I was 19. I was not good at all at giving blowjobs, and I was embarrassed.
That's okay though.
You know, but I had hands of steel.
answer.
Yeah, I learned later.
It's a bad one.
Now I'm a goddamn Hoover.
steal.
I know what I'm doing, but
You're really good.
at the time, it just would have looked like an old person trying to eat their peas. You know, just a lot of trying to hide your teeth and spitting all over yourself. Trust me, he got the better. He got the better deal.
Better to just take the handy and the all-you-could-eat shrimp.
Yeah,
and
that's
He got
right.
the better memory.
Yeah. The midnight chocolate
This
buffet.
19-year-old came at me
He went
like
and saw the magician, and then I made magic with my left. So
that would have been. You're right. You made a wise choice.
Yeah.
What a horrible experience for him it would have been for a 19-year-old old woman to come out.
No, it would have looked like the end of Awakenings. Nobody wants me near their cock at the time.
Oh no! When he's trying to build the house and he just keeps knocking shit over. Oh no! The medicine's not working.
It's wearing off. Oh boy.
How awkward.
Robin, you lied. You were great in Awakenings, by the way.
Thank you very
I
much.
loved your scene.
Thank you very much.
Yes, of course. The incomparable and famous impressions of
dear
Kevin
God.
Pollak.
Oh, dear God.
We all know.
No, it's annoying.
It really they're fantastic.
You know what stinks is that you'll I ran into your guy's pal who I love, Jay Moore, and I was telling him that he was the first one to do Christopher Walken, and I was saying, I said at one point you had a conversation with me because I was with Chris McCoy, the guy that wrote Usual Suspects, and we ran into Jay, and we were like, because Chris does a great one too, we were in Jay's face saying, "What's the secret? What's the fucking magic?" And Jay said, every single syllable word becomes a two-syllable word when doing Walken. So the word no becomes now, And Jay was the master, you know. And then I started doing it, and then Kevin Spacey did it, of course. And now there's like 10,000 people that do, and so it became like the Nicholson of the 90s, you know. So it's weird doing the impressions when somebody sort of lays claim to something, and I'm always like, listen, go to the original person. I'm a facsimile.
Because you absolutely have claim to the Shatner. I mean, I don't think anybody's done. That's your
that's like, what? This is
so now nobody can do do Shatner.
I do your you know, Dana Carvey and I started out together in San Francisco in the late 70s, and we got our Carson from Rich Little. I mean, it all comes from somebody, you know?
The best Carson, but it seemed like
never funny.
After a while Rich never funny.
Oh God,
and it seemed like Rich after a while everyone became Carson. Doing an impression of Nixon or Carson doing this guy.
He did a lousy Rich Little did a very lousy Pink Panther though when he tried to do Clouseau, and he did a really long one, and it was just awful,
horrible,
and awful. I thought Steve Martin's was bad. He was fucking terrible.
They come out with that suit with the lapels like a fighter plane wing, and
then I have to go through this. It's like just fucking humiliating yourself.
I liked the growing up. I liked the turnaround impressionist where they would turn around and come back.
Frank Gorshin used to do that.
Frank Gorshin was the turnaround
David
guy.
Fry,
did he start that?
Nixon.
Yeah, they would do something to their hair. They would muss it up and then turn around and hey, here comes the impression.
But you forgot this sounds a little.
And they would go, and I think it would go something like this. It's just so.
I was so aware, even at a really young age, that those guys were complete fucking hacks. I mean, even when I'm like 12 years old, I thought, I am never going to do Jack Nicholson as a busboy. You know what I mean? That's just not going to happen. So I would create scenarios, you know, like I did the Star Trek thing where Shatner was him and everybody else on the Enterprise had been replaced by somebody famous. You know? So Reverend Jim Ignatowski was Spock. You know what I mean? It's that kind of bullshit. But and then now I just talk about how I've ended up meeting these people, which is really fucking weird because that was never the plan. I was just going to mock them and then not meet them, you know? And so I talk about meeting Christopher Walken for the first time. You know, he got one of the hands and feet in cement in front of the Chinese Theater in Hollywood Boulevard, right? So they asked me to be one of the two speakers, which is fucking crazy because I'd never met him, right? I mean, I couldn't help think, well, how far down the list did you have to go?
How many no's did you get?
I mean, exactly. Because I knew they had at least a half dozen no's. I mean, Quentin Tarantino was the other speaker who directed him in Pulp Fiction. They know each other. So what am I doing? So obviously I'm there because of the impersonation. This is ridiculous. So they take me inside the theater where they're waiting to go out front, right, for the ceremony. And I see him and he goes, hi. They told me you were coming. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks. And I'm thinking, he's doing the voice.
Yeah, that's
and it's way better than mine. And then that's the fucked up thing is that, you know, you meet the actual person and you're suddenly a retard. I mean, you're instantly an idiot.
Sometimes the impression goes over so well, and then you actually see the person doing it, or maybe even on television you'll see him and realize, wow, I really don't sound like the guy.
No,
but so why is this working? Why does this impression work?
You tap into something that the audience did about the person, you know, absolutely.
It's very odd. Shatner was a cool person to meet. Like the first time I met him. Funny guy, and just sitting there, he was talking about his talk show or one of the projects that he had, and I would not stop, because I've been a Star Trek geek my entire life, and I wouldn't stop just pounding him with questions, like very detailed questions on episodes, no matter what he would say. He got so fucking annoyed with me. But it was funny, It was great. It was like really a lot of fun.
He was annoyed.
He'd talk about something, I'd be like, just like when you went to Rigel 7, and he's like,
you didn't.
And he was just like, I don't remember these things. He was mad at me. He's like, I don't remember these things.
He was mad because you had more knowledge than he did. On his own show.
He genuinely didn't care.
I think he
did not give a shit about that. And I was like, you know, the Wrath of Khan, the emotion that came out between you and Spock on that, because I don't care, it was a paycheck. It was just, but it was very fun and had a great sense of humor about it.
That was the turning point in his career when he went on Saturday Night Live
and did that moment.
Get a life, you people, get a life. Yeah, that was it. Because you're like, wow, he's in on the joke finally.
Finally in on the joke.
Yeah.
How was I heard Tom Cruise said something about when Nicholson, when they did fucking The Few Good Men, everybody was kind of like, when he came on the set, even the other actors were kind of awed that he was around.
Yeah, it was, well, I expected him to be aloof. I figured if you're that cool to 4 different generations, you'll have people talk about you, not to you. But the opposite was true. He was actually a screwball and a fuck off, which was hilarious. No one expected it. Like, one of the things stories I tell is that when he's on the stand in that scene, right, in the courtroom there, the director said action, he never missed a syllable. It was unbelievable. Wow. But as soon as the director said cut, he looked like he'd been stoned for 3 days. I swear to, I'd never seen an actor turn it on and off like that. You know, action. You need me on that wall. You want me on that wall. Cut. Robbie, where do I sit? Yeah, it's just holy shit. But you're right. When he walked on the set, every sphincter tightened. It was holy shit. There's the man. And also, while we were shooting that, Magic Johnson was reported HIV positive during the production of A Few Good Men. So of course everyone goes to Jack, Mr. Laker, and says, "What the fuck does this mean?" You know, and Jack would just sit back, and he was so fucking sad. I mean, it really crushed him. It was like, hookers, it's all hookers. Get off the plane, there's 3 waiting in the room. It's a miracle it never happened before.
Oh, shit.
It's like,
that's
holy
a fucking good Nicholson, man. That's a real Nicholson. That's not the fucking hack. That's a real Nicholson.
That's
wow, that's a conversational
Nicholson. It was those quiet moments that really freaked me out. Where I thought, he's being Nicholson. I mean, he's being a guy. It blew my shit away.
That must, as especially starting out as a comic, when you meet these people, it's got to be just...
Well, yeah, I mean, and the problem is I'd been doing him in my act, so when I'm working on the movie, all my friends, they didn't understand that I was having this ridiculously amazing opportunity experience, like being brought up to the majors. That's how I refer to that movie.
Yeah.
But my friends, all they were saying on the phone was, "Did you do Jack for Jack? You got to do it for him. You got to do it for him. He's going to love it. He's going to love it." My friends are dickheads. Yeah, they're idiots. Of course I'm not going to do Jack. What, I'm going to be the 1,000,000th dumbass in Nicholson's face saying, "This is what you sound like."
Imagine how many times he's seen that in front of his face. It's like, all right, another one.
I would never, when I'm around somebody that huge, like you mentioned, Casino, same thing with DeNiro. When I'm around somebody that Mount Rushmore, I don't even talk to them. If they want to say something, I'd love to chat, but I'm not going to engage them for the fear of they're going to go, "Who get this prick away from me?" You know, I don't.
Bob was a nice guy, though. DeNiro, right?
Yeah. Very shy. Very shy.
Jimmy does it DeNiro, by the way.
Oh, nice.
It's it's dead on.
Nice.
But it's not De Niro from any movies or anything. It's the real De Niro, like if you see him at an event or when he doesn't have a script.
When he's trying to talk publicly and he's just trying to his horrendous public speaking ability when he's trying to tie in something. Like what do you say? Like if you're from New York, you know, I rage.
The breathing. It's so awkward in public.
Just like him.
It's just horrendous and everybody's uncomfortable.
Really uncomfortable.
That is perfect. That really is. But you have to get, those are the things, you get the little crazy nuances about these people. To me, that's how, like, Carvey was always amazing about finding the one little fucked up thing with the George Sr. not getting that, you know, that little screwed up little
and it didn't have to, the voice didn't have to be the voice. It was just that little idiosyncrasy. Thing. That
I remember being on the phone with him when he was doing the show, and he said, "I got to do Ross Perot this Saturday." And I said, "What? What are you going to fucking do?" He said, "I don't know." They gave me some tapes of him on Larry King I'm supposed to watch. You know, no one had ever tried to do Ross at that point. And he said, "I'm going to watch these tapes." So we're talking on the phone, and by the end of the call, we both have an amazing Ross Perot impression. And I said, "This is fucked. You're going to become famous for doing Ross Perot on Saturday, and I'm just a dickwad doing your act." You know what I mean? That's the screwy thing about doing those voices.
What's the best impression of any? Like, what is your favorite impression of anybody?
To hear someone else do?
Yeah, that somebody does. I think mine might be.
And the best one he enjoys doing.
My favorite one to hear might be Jay doing Colin. Because it's such a weird one, and I know Colin so well.
That's extraordinary.
That's an odd one to do.
That's a flawless, creepy.
Or Keitel, yeah.
When Keitel is ridiculous.
And when he put Colin Quinn in Reservoir Dogs, that was just
Holy
fucking
shit.
brilliant.
Yeah,
But his thinking changes when he does Colin. Like, he starts to think like Colin.
That is the screwy thing. If you go Deep Space Nine with these, when I do Albert Brooks, I think faster and funnier than I do as myself. It's true. There's a possession weird thing that actually happens.
Live like him.
Is it me? Am I crazy? I'm going to go lie down. Here's the thing. Oh, my God. Nemo. I got to stop saying it. But I would say, his Colin Quinn is sick, crazy, ridiculous. And it is one of those ones that it gets creepy funny.
Yeah.
And then Dave Coulier's Pesci is fucking ridiculous. Really? And his Super Dave Osborne is sick, ridiculous.
It's hard to find people that do a good Pesci. Like, you see a lot of the over-the-top ones that just yell stutter and prick 50 times, but you find a guy who really captures
stutter
them.
And prick,
You're like, I want to hear JFK Pesci. That's who I want to fucking hear. That's who I want to hear.
That's the creepy.
Describe your neck in the wig. Go.
Growing up, were you kind of a minor bird watching television all the time and doing imitations?
Like the first one, I think whenever Columbo was first on, I would just try to make my mom laugh by crossing my eyes and saying, "I'm sorry, am I bothering you? What's the problem?" And then I did that on Carson, and I ran into Peter Falk like in a grocery store in L.A., and he said, "How do you do that with your eyes?" Me, I understand, but how do you do that? Plays great on radio. I'm moving the one eye. But I taught Carson to do my next time on. I taught him how to cross just one eye, because he was kind of fascinated by it. And they said in the pre-interview, they said, "Can you teach Johnny how to do the eye?" I said, "Yeah, shut up." So, but then how about this? This is what really, to me, typifies why Carson can never be replaced and why.
You're talking about Carson Daly, right?
I am a Please.
I thought that was fairly obvious.
You mentioned talk show host,
legendary Carson Daly.
Can't be replaced. You think of Carson Daly for sure. So he, that's hilarious. So I taught him to do the Columbo thing, right? And then whenever he brought me on to do the show, probably another 20 times before he retired over.
Jeez, how many Johnnies did you do? Not to interrupt your story?
A couple dozen.
Fuck, man.
Well, because he liked impressions. He liked impressions. He did them himself, and it was like a parlor trick kind of thing to him.
Yeah.
And so he would introduce the guests. They'd come out from his left, and you would pass in front of his desk, and for a second you'd have your back to the audience while he stood at his desk. Unlike Leno, who dances out behind the desk, "Hey, how's it going?" and hug you bullshit. The king would stay at his throne, and you would pass in front of him and lean over sometimes and shake his hand on your way to the seat on his right. And so in that little 3-second moment where your back is to the audience, I'm saying every time I did the show, after that first time I taught him how to do the eye, he would lean over the desk, cross his eyes, and say, "I'm sorry to bother you." And it took me years to realize what he was doing in that moment was making me feel like $1 million as I'm sitting down in arguably the most nerve-wracking situation of the year.
Oh, shit.
How fucking genius is that, though?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Did you finally just go, "All right, I get it. You can do the..."
Towards the end, they said, "You've got to bust Johnny's chops a little, because you've been on enough now. Now you're comfortable. He's comfortable. You got to do Carson for Carson." And I said, "You can go fuck yourself." That is never going to happen, ever.
That would have to be a tense moment.
There's a little too much reverence there.
Yeah.
You know what his genius was, Carson? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but before Carson was that you never realized that he had been pre-informed. Like, because he would say something like, "I understand you were in Aruba." And I never once thought, how the fuck would he know that? That fucking set up for a stupid story that they did through a phone fucking pre-interview. Never once did I understand that that's what had happened. That's how great he was at that.
He would often, "Now somebody told me." He would often say that. And that was the only time I fucked with him, was one time on the show. He said, "Now somebody told me." And I said, "Who told you?" "Never mind." I did have that moment. I did get that moment.
That was a perfect head movement. Never mind. That was exactly a great Johnny head movement.
Yeah, never mind. He
did have that.
Yeah.
It is all, and the only experience I ever had like that was that time with Dice.
Yeah.
When we first met Dice, and I had done a Dice impression for years.
Nice.
And he actually...
Well, that's why he was on the show, because he heard how great Aunt's Dice was. That's how we connected.
Wow.
He actually started... I was getting on him, you know. Hey, jerk-off face, I don't need this garbage from you. And he sat there, and he goes... He actually said to me, he goes, I'm not going to argue with me. That's fantastic, having Dice say that to you. I'm not going to argue with me.
He also said, you do me better than me. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, you do me better than I do me.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
You do. I mean, you get the certain rhythms, and it becomes like... Because the person, sometimes they'll drift away from the core.
Yeah.
And the impression is just the core.
You'll have to, it's almost like you kind of got to make a face and body movements to actually get it down. And sometimes I picked up an impression by not ripping somebody off, but you can listen to the actual person and not be able to get it.
Yeah.
And then if you see someone else do an impression for a second, you're like, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing,
Yeah, you learned... we're totally geeking out on impressions.
This is awesome.
What's the one you're most proud of that you like? Not necessarily has to be your best, but the one you're like, I picked out this trait that I'm so happy I
that no one else
like,
did,
is there a trait you picked out of somebody that...
The only one I do, I think, that I've never heard anyone else do is Alan Arkin. And so that's the sort of offbeat, weird one that people are like, why would you do that? You know, Does that work in Kansas City when you do Alan Arkin?
Well, you were the first one.
Exactly.
I want to hear Alan Arkin.
Ellen Barkin.
I don't understand. There's royal people and they're waiting. She's got flowers. Who is this girl?
It's so good.
That's good.
I don't understand the uniform. Has he ever held a gun in his life? I mean, why is he dressed up like a general? This is very strange to me.
That's awesome.
This kid from...
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
Absolutely.
Wow.
But it's a little nuance.
I never heard anybody, though, do Shatner. Like, everyone now does your version of Shatner.
Well,
with the over-pronounced dramatic pauses and the throwing himself into...
First of all, can you believe he turned 81?
I know. When you see him, he looks great.
I mean, we should all be kicking life in the sack that hard at 81.
Yeah.
It's truly unbelievable. I mean, he's blown up like a poisoned dog. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, looks like Jerry Lewis.
If you can't eat carbs when you're 80, fuck life. You know what I'm saying?
You might as well.
When I get to, if I get to 81, I'm going to I'll have the pie. I'll have the pie and a glass of pie.
Of course. Jimmy does another great impression. You want to do your Alan Alda for Kevin Pollak? I don't want to put you on the spot.
Two masters going back and forth.
Amy, could you talk Jimmy into it?
I love a good Alan Alda.
All right.
Loves Alan Alda.
This is amazing. Close your eyes for
It's
that.
short.
All right. Yes. That's right. Now, come on.
Jimmy! That's why you got the big show in Seattle.
That was more Woody Allen-ish.
He was in the room.
Oh, that was great.
Antisocial Seattle, let's not forget.
Oh, yeah, tickets on sale today, by the way, at 10 o'clock Seattle time for myself, Brewer, Attell, and Bill Burr, July the 1st. That will sell out because BJ Shea is promoting it. And Kevin also, by the way, if you're in New York, is going to be at Caroline's tonight and tomorrow, 2 shows each night. 212-757-4100. Kevin is great, man. Really, really funny dude.
Oh, thanks, man.
And it's funny, I knew you as I mean, we have never met before, but I knew who you were as an actor before I even knew you were a comic many, many years ago, which is a real sign of respect. Like, Rod Reyes is his brother was Rick Aviles, who was in Ghost.
Oh, yeah.
And died of died of AIDS, and he was a drug user, and he, I don't know why I had to throw that in.
Yeah, nice. Happy
just to
story.
prove that I knew something about him. But he was a comic, and I didn't even know he was a comic. And he's like, man, that would have made Rick so happy that somebody thought he was an actor before a comic.
Yeah.
And then I said, all right, we're done talking.
Good timing.
It is
your part.
It is kind of weird and great and amazing, and yet, I definitely think of myself as a comic first, without question. I still feel like a poser when I'm on a set of a movie. I really do.
Do you feel like I shouldn't be here?
I'm not kidding. It's not humble pie bullshit. I keep waiting the first 2 weeks for somebody to tap me on the shoulder and say, we've made a horrible we're on to you. You really don't know what you're doing.
The good thing is, though, when I watch your movies, I don't think like, oh, there's Kevin Pollak, the comic, impressionist, because you really do pull it off. I don't know how you bullshit these people.
I don't know.
You do pull it off.
I mean,
it's amazing.
You know how it is for some comedians, I think you're more comfortable on stage than we are in life. You know, there's that's certain because you're in control or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. But there's something about being comfortable in front of an audience. And that's all it was. When I got on set to do the first movie, I was just comfortable in front of the camera. Nothing really about that bothered me or tripped me out or anything. So that was it. And then on A Few Good Men, there was a great character actor who passed away, J.T. Walsh.
Oh, fuck,
man.
Fucking genius, right?
He was great.
And so he sees me doing the thing, and he starts telling me, you know, you're doing good work. And I said, I swear, I'm like confessional now. I said, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, honestly. This is like number 8 for me, and I don't know there's going to be a number 9. And he said, no, what you're doing is actually a technique called less is more. You know, you're just kind of throwing it away, that's the best stuff. When you never get caught acting.
So we do every day on this show.
Right?
Yeah.
Less is a lot more. Yes.
Every day.
Phone that fucker right in.
But it's the, you know, it's you get out of your own way kind of bullshit. That's all. I don't know if you ever played golf or anything. It's like the harder you try, the worse you fucking are.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
When you finally decide after the first hole to say fuck it.
Yes. I'll have a beer instead.
Son of a bitch, I suck at this game.
Yeah.
You know, my favorite thing in Casino was it was an odd thing that Sharon Stone did. Her fucking I'm a loud drunken whore run.
Yes.
That run she did when she was wobble walk running, it was the fucking greatest wobble.
great.
What a
It's the best work.
Be careful.
I've been there.
Be careful.
That line is great. Be careful.
Yeah.
It's trying to make like everything's cool.
Yeah.
God.
Hey,
Best work by a million miles for her.
wow, was she
Yeah.
great?
By a million
Matt.
miles.
Really good. Yeah,
That's
that's
nice.
the whole movie. And those are the movies that it doesn't matter. You're going through the channels, bop, it's on. The remote goes
That's
right on
it.
the couch, and you're watching no matter where you come in on it.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Pack a lunch. It's not a short film. And the soundtrack is unfucking believable.
Yeah,
Again,
yep.
he's so great at that. The first like 45 minutes with the double voiceover between Pesci and
Oh, yeah.
DeNiro
It's
is
fantastic, man.
sick crazy as they tell you how they made Vegas. Oh, fuck.
And it doesn't seem like a forced, okay, we got to spoon feed the audience with
Right.
the voiceover.
Yeah, the
You know, it's
exposition.
very natural.
Yeah.
Well,
My favorite part
We're
of
actually
that-
selling that Casino was a good
Yeah.
movie. Wow, we're really out on a
You
limb
guys
here.
discovered it.
It's like an indie film that we found.
We like discovering new things, you know. We pass it along to the
You're
audience.
here to promote Casino, right?
In theaters 12 years ago.
I just want people to get a chance to see it. I gotta tell you, watching Don Rickles rip into DeNiro on the set was maybe one of my favorite moment in my history of show business.
We love Rickles.
Well, first of all, Rickles tells me that he found out that DeNiro kind of, ever since he was a kid, was in like a put-down group on the street corners growing up. Your mother this, your mother that. And to them, Rickles was God. So Rickles tells me he knows that DeNiro worships him, basically. So Rickles, of course, Rickles just can't wait to get on the set in front of everyone. So I'm telling you, in the middle of a take, they're on the casino floor standing next to each other, and DeNiro is saying his dialogue. Cameras rolling, Scorsese's watching, hundreds of extras on the casino floor. DeNiro is speaking his dialogue. In the middle of it, Rickles would say, "Is that it? Is that how you're going to do it? Like that?" No, you got the awards. I'm sure you know what you're doing. And DeNiro is weeping with laughter. He can't fucking believe how hilarious this is. I mean, just literally like crying with that big DeNiro face. And just every chance he got. There was another big scene where Alan King's character presents my character with a giant mock-up check for $60-something million to build a casino, right? So there are these dais tables and a little podium, and I'm sitting there, and Rickles and Alan King, and we're waiting for DeNiro to join us to shoot the shot. And there's like 100 extras portraying the press corps that are capturing this moment. And they're standing around, milling around while we're waiting. Well, Rickles has got a captive audience, so he starts hammering these extras. What do you make, $40 a day in bad fish off a truck? Good for you. And he's just hammering them, and they're loving it, and everybody's laughing. He goes off for maybe 15 minutes, and finally he settles down into the chair, and he's just sitting there for a second. And just then DeNiro walks on the set, and Rickles lunges back at the microphone, pointing at the extras, saying, "All right, which one of you said he's gay? He's here now." And again, DeNiro just stops, makes the face, and he's laughing like a fucking child. It was sick, incredible.
Is there a line that Rickles had about him? Because he was talking about how boring De Niro was. He was fucking with him, and he said I watched a fly die on his face. Is that Rickles' line?
That sounds right. Pesci did not like it, by the way.
Really?
No, didn't care for it. Because Rickles would literally go after him in front of 300 extras, and it was just too. Oh, he said to, I think he said to Pesci, he was so short that he was going to ride him around the set like a Shetland pony.
Yeah, I can see
Pesci just
Hollywood
did
like
not
that.
smile and said, "Yeah, no, I get it. I'm a midget and you're a genius. Go fuck yourself." But I mean, he was serious. He wasn't going for. Oh God, that was odd. That was a quiet moment.
Holy shit!
Wow, why didn't he? How would you?
Exactly. How do you not?
It's
feel
Rickles.
Yeah.
All he does is attack people.
Yeah. No, it was a tremendous.
Yeah.
Hanging out with him probably was my favorite part of the whole experience, to be honest with you.
Amazing.
Rickles, because you talk about Mount Rushmore, forget it. Sure. That's it.
Was he thrown by Pesci's snub or didn't give a fuck?
Oh, no, he kept going after him.
You could just tell.
The more
by
Joe
that point.
fought it, the harder he came after him.
You know what? If you're not afraid to attack Sinatra in the fucking late 50s and early 60s, you don't care about Pesci.
Yeah.
He really didn't. We played on I loved his fucking going after Reagan at the inaugural.
That's genius. My favorite, too.
There's never been a harder audience than 10,000 people at Reagan's inauguration. And he went out and he murdered.
Yes. Yeah, he's as fearless, I believe, as any comedian's ever been in history. I really do.
We all talk shit, but he would do it to Sinatra when the mob was in the audience. Just absolute balls on Rickles.
Making mob jokes. Yeah. It's amazing, man.
Is he looking? He would always say that. Is he looking over here?
Alan King was great, too.
Yeah, not to Rickles. Rickles did not suffer Alan King well at all.
Really?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, he would just say, did he mention the Kennedys? He would just go after him like, he's pals with him. He's hanging out like a Kenny Buckport, this kid. Yep. He really went after him.
Alan King?
Also. Yeah. You could tell there was like an old rivalry or something between
going
them.
on there.
It was cool.
Old school.
It was actually cool.
Yeah.
Because we all went out to dinner and Rickles was just put out the whole time. It was hilarious.
Wow. Damn.
De Niro loved being teased.
Loved it.
In front of everybody?
Loved it because he loved Rickles more than God. It was unbelievable. I mean, Rickles was right. He had worshipped him his whole life, which is a bizarre connection.
That is kind of odd.
You'd never connect those dots, but apparently De Niro told someone. He said, "You don't understand. When I was a kid, this was a guy, and they would hang out on the street corner, and there was either a doo-wop group or a put-down group. Those were the two peer groups in De Niro's day, and one was." Singing songs. The other one was your mother this, your mother. And so Rickles was everything to them. So to be attacked by the king made him the happiest guy on the planet. And he would put his arm around Don like this, like his own father. It was really cool.
And nobody ever, a guy like De Niro never gets teased in front of people.
I'm telling you, every Sphincter tightens, nobody says, there he is. That's all people say.
That's legendary.
It was like literally the single... number one on the list of who should Rickles not attack. That's what everyone's thinking, and then there he goes.
Then again, after you've gone after Sinatra and Reagan, it really there's what do you do after that to fucking impress Don Rickles?
There's no one you can't.
It's probably like a fresh catch for Rickles. It's like, how do I top myself? I'll go after De Niro. This will be fun.
And he's like one of the only people that could get away with saying anything to anybody.
Again, if you get a chance, see Casino.
And Rickles,
Casino's
fantastic.
To Stardust, September 11th through the 17th.
But he would brutalize Carson on Carson. He would brutalize him.
Oh, yeah.
And Ed brutalize him. No one did that. No one attacked Reynolds or Burt Reynolds when he was on fucking... I love watching those old fucking clips.
I watched the old clips of Carson. I wound up buying one of those sets. They're amazing to watch. The guys out there smoking, drinking. Like Dean Martin had come to sit down, and they're just drinking and smoking out there. It's like, no one can do that anymore.
It's pretty
What'll the children think? Who gives a shit? These guys didn't care.
No, they really didn't.
No. You also have a very well put together podcast.
Oh, thanks, man.
It's on Ustream, I think you're on, right?
We go live every Sunday, and it's long form, one-on-one kind of Charlie Rose with a sense of humor.
It's great. It looks really good and sounds good because I mean, out of 10,000 webcasts,
I know.
You can get maybe one that looks and sounds good. Fuck the content. I'm just saying something that doesn't look like a 1995 webcam. So and I've checked out a few episodes, and it's really well done.
Oh, thanks.
Search it out on Ustream. Yeah, that's really good. What any movies coming up?
Well, there's Red State, of course. And then another one, a big stupid studio comedy. But it's got pretty good. It's Steve Martin, Jack Black, Owen Wilson, and Rashida Jones, and Angelica Houston, Diane Weiss, Joel McHale. They couldn't get anybody.
Jesus Christ.
And the same guy that directed Devil Wears Prada. And so it's called The Big Year. and that's about the exciting world of bird watching.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. It
See,
sounds
it's funny
awesome.
already.
The exciting world. You've heard of this, Amy?
Yeah, Steve Martin did my, I should have said that. Steve Martin did my Fuse show, and he was talking about how he did that movie. And he said it was awesome. He's like, big bluegrass guy. And
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the strangest thing ever happened. I ended up playing Carnegie Hall because of Steve Martin was doing this James Taylor 120th year anniversary show.
Yeah.
And, Steve was talking to his old friend James, and James said he wanted to do some kind of tribute to Lenny Bruce, because, again, it was the 120th anniversary of Carnegie Hall. So I get this email from Steve Martin saying, because we just did the movie, we don't really hang out or anything. He just, sort of reached out. It was
What's his email
fucking
address?
Incredible. Larry King 1 at AOL.com. And so he says, I talked to James Taylor, and he's looking to do something for Lenny Bruce, and I told him you could probably impersonate Lenny if he wanted that. So good luck if he calls you. And it's one of those things like every actor, when you meet with the director, the old joke is if the director says, can you ride a horse? You say, hell yes, I have a saddle in my trunk.
Right.
Yeah, what do you need? So sure enough, fucking James Taylor calls. I instantly shit myself, and he says, so man, can you do this thing? And I'm like, of course, you kidding?
Sure.
I've been doing Lenny for 30 years. I had never done Lenny Bruce. I hadn't even thought about doing Lenny Bruce. There's almost no video of him because they wanted to do it from the early days, not the later days when he hated everything, was hanging on the microphone. I made a point of not watching Dustin Hoffman because that was ridiculous. So I was like, how the fuck? And there was 2 appearances of him on Steve Allen's show. I just memorized that. But Steve Martin was there, as you said, doing his banjo stuff. Paying tribute to Scuggs, and the other guy is
Flat.
Yes, nice pull. Thank you. Who created the 5-finger pick and Foggy Mountain
Beverly
Breakdown?
Hillbillies theme song.
There you go.
Flat
at
and
that.
Scruggs.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
I watched a lot of television.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, his band is amazing, and in between the banjo, you have to tune after every song, so he does stand-up in between each song, and it was hilarious, his stand-up.
He's hilarious without even trying, this guy. It's ridiculous.
He was like, what did he say? He was tuning his banjo, and he's like, I only write songs about things I care about. So this next song's called Minimum Wage. Let's keep her right where she's at. He killed me.
Yeah, no, his stand-up is crazy hip, and same thing between the songs. He shocks the hell out of you.
Bird watching.
Yeah, right? The exciting world.
It's funny, the only bird watching movie I ever really enjoyed was The Woodsman.
Oh,
What a
fucking, today I saw a parrot. Anyone is? Yellow Billy Sapsucker.
Oh, man.
I think it's well time to wrap this up.
Fellas, let me just say I'm a huge fan, and this was a thrill for me. It's been a long time, and I miss doing the show and seeing you, and I'm a huge fan.
Well, let's do it again.
Yeah, absolutely.
In fact, I can't believe I didn't bring up the. You guys were talking about Independence Day 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Oh my God!
And how I'd been ragging on Hirsch, how he sent my people back 50 fucking years.
It was horrible.
Hawking the president for a cracker on Air Force One, and you guys were going after him. I'm going, this is it.
Look at this.
Yeah,
you'd all be dead if it wasn't for my son David.
Right? Yeah. What is this? Jeez.
I couldn't believe you were hawking. It was beautiful.
Yeah. They didn't want to harp on the fact he was building a settlement on Air Force One. We get it, Judd.
Anyways, this was a thrill for me. Thanks.
Well, we'll
thank
have Kevin
you,
back.
man.
That's
fantastic.
For sure. Caroline's tonight and tomorrow.
Yes.
Kevin Pollak, 212-757-4100. He's going to kill, obviously.
Yeah.
So
If you get a chance, see Casino.
Yeah.
Casino. It's
New movie. It's opening Friday. Next Friday. It's great.
And
Schumer.
And Amy's the very, very funny Amy Schumer.
And lovely.
And lovely, of course, but
sexy.
Doesn't matter on iTunes. It's all funny.
Vivacious.
It's called
exploitable.
Cutting.
Beatable. Molestable.
On iTunes.
Rappable.
Rappable. Yes, very rappable.
You can pick up a copy of Despicable, and you can pick up.
Oh yes,
Cutting.
Cutting is.
And we
Amy's
find out in the last track, I believe, why it's called Cutting.
I know what it means.
She really teased us.
And if you
like
buy
that.
both Jimmy and my CD at the same time, we'll come to your house and fist you.
That's right. Bulk
It's a
deal
deal.
and a
Yeah.
fist
It's a
thing.
great deal.
Even if you don't.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Just lock your doors. Lock your doors.
Jimmy, what do you got, brother?
Just Seattle going on sale today. Myself, Attell Brewer, Bill Burr, July 1st. I forget what theater it is, but just go to tickets.com And BJ Shea is sponsoring our show, so I think that will sell very well.
Very good.
And we're on sale in D.C. May 13th.
Well, I think it's have a nice weekend time.
Yeah, let's do
it. The truth.
Thank you.
TGIF.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amy.
Thank you.
This is the Opie